All right, physics students, let me give another one try. This goes back to chapter 15, number 42. And it says this: draw a diagram to represent a standing wave for the fourth harmonic on a rope that is fixed at both ends. How many nodes are there? Okay, so the key to this problem, and ones like it, like 48 and 24 and 25, is, first of all, draw a long series of the standing wave. And I don't know if it's better to draw just one moment in time like this, or to say that a moment in time later it looks like this, so you can kind of have an idea of what happens. You can even draw another moment in time like this, and maybe one more so it's not too crowded, but maybe now it is too crowded. It looks kind of busy. And I think when you draw all these, sometimes our minds can go crazy thinking that, okay, this is all happening at the same time. And that's not the point of this picture. The picture is actually to show you four different moments, in time. And so maybe what I'll do is I'll kind of redraw it for a given moment in time and say, okay, that is probably easier to work with, that moment in time. But also know then what happens next is not that the crest moves, but that it goes down and it's kind of breathing. And that these magical points right here are referred to as nodes. And this is the key to a bunch of problems, and this one in particular, because if you'll notice in this problem, it says it is fixed at both ends. So that means one end has to be a node. Let me get a different color here, but maybe I'll just put a little mark here and say, okay, that is the tied end. It has to be a node. And the other end would have to be a node. And so it could be right here, and then you would have kind of this one hump between the two ends. And since it has one hump, we call it its first harmonic. It could be here, then it would have two humps, or if I translate that up to here, you can kind of see the two humps that would be changing with time. And that would be called the second harmonic. Now, this problem is very specific. It says, draw a representation of a standing wave pattern for its fourth harmonic. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is where the other end would have to be. There'd be one hump, two humps, three humps, four humps. And I would say it's okay to draw it either like I did with just one hump, two humps, three humps, and four humps. That's fine. Or to draw it also as a series of four other moments in time. And I think either one of those are quite acceptable, but that's what they want you to draw there when it says draw the diagram representing the standing wave pattern for the fourth harmonic. Okay, and then when they say how many nodes, usually they don't count the ends. So the ends, it's obvious, they're tied. And so the ones that are not moving kind of on their own, not the ones that aren't moving because they're tied, would be these three. So maybe calling this 3 nodes might be the way to go, although certainly 5 wouldn't be unreasonable, but any other number would be. So maybe the best answer is 3, and second to that is 5. All right, hope that helped.